What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome to my Super 6 / fantasy football prediction. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run you through the Super 6 predictions that I've got, which is something I should have started last week, but I completely ran out of time and I didn't get a chance to do it. I'll explain what that is in a second. Fantasy football wise, of course, we've been doing that for the last 2 weeks or so. I'm going to show you what team I've gone with because I have made a transfer. I think I've already told you, but I think I'm going to run through a couple of the results as well. But first, Super 6. If you don't know what it is, SkySports.com for the last God knows how long has done the Super 6. I've always played it. However, I've never really made videos on it, but I meant to do it last week, completely run out of time, so I quickly threw annotations in a couple of videos and tweeted about it, and then a few of you joined the league, but we didn't get that many. If you guys are interested, what it is Sky Sports will throw up 6 different fixtures every single week, and you have to guess the scores in those 6 games and the minute of the first goal of the afternoon of those 6 games as well. And then that's it. You get entered into a league. You can go into a public league or a private league. Of course, we have a private league. The information is down in the description if you want to go check it out and join. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to run you through the 6 games and what I think the results will be. I'm top of my league at the moment. So for those of you who don't know, who say I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess 3 right. So sit down, mate. Sit down. Just saying. I'm rubbish at predicting results, by the way. This is not going to go well for me from now on because I'm making a video about it. So the first one is Sunderland-Norwich. And for the life of me, I cannot separate them. Sunderland 1, Norwich 1 is the result I've gone for. Sunderland shipped 4 against Leicester on the weekend, and I just don't think they're going to be able to come back with a victory, even though they are home. I think Norwich are going to have enough just to hold out their 1-1. The next game, Swansea-Newcastle. These teams are ridiculously close in quality. I know a lot of Swansea fans will be like, nah, mate, you're all right. We're better than them. I don't know, because Newcastle held Southampton. They were unlucky not to get the full 3 points there. But Swansea did very well against Chelsea, and again, were very unlucky and, in my opinion, deserved to go on and win that game. But they didn't. So I think Swansea have a little bit more quality than Newcastle. They are going to finish particularly close to each other this season, I know, but I think Swansea have just got the edge over Newcastle. 2-1 there. This game is the hardest one to predict, though, the Tottenham Hotspur-Stoke match. There's a big debate in the my prediction video of where teams will finish in the BPL, whether Stoke will actually finish above Tottenham. A lot of people were saying that Tottenham will probably end up finish 10th this season. And I think I put them in somewhere about 7th or something, and Stoke were high up there, and everyone was saying, why is Stoke so high up? And now they're signing all these players. They're like, oh, okay, that's why. So 2-2, I think, is a fair result. I think Tottenham played well against United. Stoke played well against Liverpool. In fact, Liverpool were extremely lucky to come away with anything from that game because Stoke deserved either a point or 3 points, in my opinion. We were not on form. Stoke were playing well, and we got away with it. Afellay is a dangerous asset, and now they've got Shaqiri in there as well. Bojan to come back, I think, because he was he injured or something? And of course, they've got players like Walters and Crouch, etc., and Charlie Adam, who is again dangerous. So I think 2-2 is a fair result there. I would go for the Stoke win, but I think Tottenham being home may just cancel out the victory for Stoke. The next game is one that could literally go either way. I mean, this could end up 4-0 to either side or 0-0 and no one would bat an eyelid. Watford-West Brom. I've gone with West Brom purely because of the Premier League experience. I think that Watford have been out of it for a while. Yes, they had a good result against Everton, but Everton have got their own problems. West Brom has strengthened with Rondon, I believe, and they also have Berahino, of course, and Ricky Lambert, who has got some Premier League experience. So I think they're going to be just a little bit too strong for Watford. 2-1 there. This is the most clear-cut result of the 6 games for me, and that's West Ham against Leicester. An easy victory here, comfortable in my opinion for West Ham. I think Leicester will start strong and maybe nick a goal, but I think West Ham will come through 3-1, Payet on the score sheet. And then the last game, again, a no-brainer for me, Middlesbrough-Bolton. Middlesbrough had a good game in midweek, okay, against lesser opposition, but still, Oldham, I believe, I think it ended 3-0, 3-1, something along those lines. They won me money, but I think they're going to be too strong, especially at home against Bolton. I think Bolton have got enough in the tank, and that is game, set, match. You can also pick what minute you think the first goal will go in those 6 matches. I've picked the 6th minute. I got it right last week. I picked the 11th, and Vardy scored in the 11th minute. So I'm hoping that the 6th minute is my lucky minute. You get some extra points for that, and you get entered into this sort of special thing as well, Fred. I'm not quite sure how it works, but either way. Fantasy football! Where are we? We're not doing very well. This is my team for the week. I've gone all out attack on this one. I'll give you my reasons for that in a second. But we've switched out the goalkeeper. Courtois got himself banned for 3 games, so he is out. And I've transferred him with Lloris, who is of course up against Stoke. Probably shouldn't have done that, and I probably should have gone with Okay, I couldn't have gone with Mignolet because I've got 3 Liverpool players. Maybe Petr would have been a better shout because they've got Palace, but again, Palace are a good side. So maybe shouldn't have gone with Lloris because I think Stoke will score some goals against Tottenham, as you've just seen. But still, we've got him. All-out attack means I only have to play 2 centre-backs, and that's John Terry and Mertesacker. Ivanovic drops to the bench. I'll explain why in a second. Across the midfield, we're allowed to play as many as we want, so I've gone with 5. Sanchez, Ibe, Cazorla, Milner and Walters. And then up front we've got Berahino, Benteke and Rooney. Now, the reason I've gone all-out attack and dropped Ivanovic essentially is because down here you will see that Manchester City play Chelsea on Sunday. Now, Chelsea are notorious for scoring goals. The more goals go in, the less points I get. So what I've done is I've dropped Ivanovic and kept John Terry in there. I weighed up who was more likely to score against Man City, Ivanovic or John Terry, and I think from a set piece, Terry is the more dangerous, even though Ivanovic does get his fair share of goals, and that's why he's in the team in the first place, but I think Terry is the better there. And of course Mertesacker, because Mertesacker. Looking across the board, Sanchez and Cazorla should do well against Crystal Palace. I'm predicting Sanchez to start that game. He didn't against West Ham, of course, but I think he's back fully fit now, so he should do well there. So should do Cazorla as well. We've got Jordan Ibe and Milner against Bournemouth. I'd be very surprised if Liverpool did not go on and beat Bournemouth. Not thrash them, but a good 2-3-0 I think would be very, very nice. There, Walters against Tottenham. He's going to be a danger against any team this season. He did get a lot of goals last season, so that's why he's in there. Berahino against Watford. If Berahino is going to get us some points, it has to be this week, doesn't it? Because, I mean, let's be fair, Watford, they don't. I'm not saying they come easier than Watford, but Watford are a newly promoted team, so if West Brom are going to get some goals, it's likely to be against one of those teams. Benteke against Bournemouth. If he's going to score his first Liverpool goal in the league, it should be against Bournemouth in theory. And Rooney against Villa. He is my captain, and that is he's the captain over Sanchez because of the opposition. I would normally pick Alexis Sanchez as my captain because even though he's a midfielder, he does tend to play on the cusp of the strikers, Giroud basically, and he does get a lot of goals. So I think the reason I've picked Rooney over him is because obviously we're playing, well, let's say United are going to be playing Aston Villa, and I think that there's going to be goals in that game. So if we look at a couple of other results we haven't talked about, I think United will beat Villa, too strong there. I think Everton will nick a win against Southampton. I know a lot of you don't believe in Everton, but I've got a little bit of faith, and I think Everton will just have enough in the tank there. We've done Stoke, we've done Norwich, we've done Swansea, we've done West Brom, we've done West Ham. I think Arsenal, Crystal Palace is going to be a tough game. Draw is what I'm going with there. I don't know the score. If I had to guess, I'd probably go with something along the lines of 1-1, 2-2, but I think that'll be a draw. Man City, Chelsea, I think Man City might actually edge that game. I think Man City might take it 1-0, 2-1, something along those lines. And Liverpool, Monday Night Football against Bournemouth. If we don't win that by a good 2-goal line, goal gap thing, yeah, you know what I mean. 2 clear goals, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll be a little bit disappointed, but if Liverpool don't win that game in general, I'll be very disappointed. That is, again, a home as well. Definitely a game we should be winning. That's pretty much going to do it for this week. I am doing very, very badly in every league that I'm in. If you've enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section, and also smack the like button, and also let me know how is your team going to do this week. Do you support a championship team or a BPL team, League 1, League 2, Conference, whatever, or a different league altogether? Scottish, Spanish, German? Ooh, they haven't started yet, but still, I think the Germans actually start this week or next week. But either way, let me know how your team is going to get on down in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, and I'll see you guys for the Tuesday weekend review of the Premier League, because obviously Monday Night Football will take place, and we're going to do it on the Tuesday so I can talk about the Liverpool game. And until then, goodbye. If you're looking for game goal in FIFA, Madden, NBA, NHL, and even Grand Theft Auto, and many, many more, go to mmorog.com and use the code TVMReviews to get yourself a fat discount at the checkout. The link can be found down in the description. Go check them out.